tomorrow T1 will be playing against Team Liquid, and both teams have been known as the classic opponent for G2 in the past. So my question is, what are your thoughts in case of facing Team Liquid and being able to avenge Fnatic, or in case of facing T1 again after the 3-2 series of a few days ago?
Honestly, I do want to beat T1 getting my rematch. I feel like this series we should have won and we could have won. We didn't, and it's a bit disappointing from our end. We know we can win, so we want to rematch T1. But if for whatever reason we would have to be playing against Team Liquid, I think that would also be nice for us to be able to revenge our European brothers, Fnatic. So yeah.
Thank you.
Next question, Tuan.
你好，这里是兔玩游戏，想问一下 BrokenBlade 的选手，觉得今天能够赢下滔博有哪些原因呢？同时，对于369选手有怎样的一个评价呢？So first of all, which part do you think he makes the game like comfortable for you guys, be able to get the victory against top esports, and also what's your thoughts towards 369?
I mean, what makes the game so comfortable for us is I think that we came into this tournament playing against a lot of really good teams, and we are able to, you know, be stronger than them and outperform them. So in the first series against T1, I think the main reason we lost was because we were very overexcited, and like maybe in doubt of like actually winning the series. And I think we started to calm down a lot more. Like I feel like the series today was a lot calmer, even though the level of the team is very strong. And I think that is the reason why we are doing so well. And my thoughts on 369, I think 369 played very well today. And also I think in general, I feel like 369 is a player who plays very consistently good, and he will deny you, like, for example, a lot of farm when he can, and like he uses his jungle very well. Like in game 2, I died a lot, or like I got pressured a lot by his jungler and him, and he played it very well. He denied me a lot of creeps. Yeah.
那其实我觉得我们整体来到这一次的大赛，来到这次的 MSI，首先我觉得我们是和非常多非常优秀的队伍，然后一起同台竞技，然后和他们来成为对手。所以说从他们的身上我们也学到了非常多的内容，然后也一步步的更加的成长，变得打得越来越好。然后包括说其实我们上一场面对到 T1 的比赛当中，我觉得我们可能是有一点点过于的兴奋了，其实整个在比赛上是非常的兴奋的一个状态。那可能在上一场的失利之后，我们也是开始变得更加的冷静来处理比赛。那虽然面对的也是非常强劲的对手，但是我们也更加的一个更冷静平稳的心态来面对比赛。那么其实对于369选手的话，我觉得他今天还是表现得非常好的。那我觉得他是这样的一种选手，就是他一直能够非常稳定的有很良好的一个表现，然后同时他在自己完成发育的同时，也能够和打野有一个非常好的一个配合。然后包括说像今天的比赛当中，比如说像第2局，其实他也给到了我非常大的一些压力，然后包括说他和打野的一些配合也给到了我很多的一些压力，所以说这就是我对他的一些看法。
And then we'll do Hubu.
也想问一下，最近2场比赛都是3-0拿下比赛的胜利，而且也是差一点赢下 T1 的那一场比赛。那现在 G2 对于夺冠有多大的信心呢？So for G2, you guys be able to get the 3-0 for the current 2 best of 5s, and for the game against T1 is so close. And also how confident you are for now, like be able to get the final trophy.
I mean, so far we have won, yeah, two series best of 5, 3-0, and I think that's a very nice feeling. That's a very good momentum for us, and I think teams need to respect that, because if you win 3 games back to back, yeah, it's very good for us and against our competition, because they see less games of us, and we will have to play against every single opponent because we lost in the first round. Obviously, this gives us a lot of momentum. We want to take this series. We want to still stay humble, even though we 3-0'd an LPL team. We want to aim for, winning the trophy, and for us it means having to beat every single team that comes our way, and it will not be an easy road at all, but I know we can do it. I know we have the skill to do it, and I know we have the confidence to do it. So my hopes are definitely very high.
那其实我觉得到目前为止，因为我们已经连续2个 BO5，确实也能够3-0战胜对手。对于我来讲，这确实是一个感受非常非常好的一个瞬间，我也是觉得非常的开心。因为其实我们这也证明着我们能够连续可能3局比赛背靠背的，然后都能够获胜，这确实给了我们很大的一些动力和自信，然后包括能给我们很大的一些状态和势头，能够让我们在未来打得越来越好呢。同时我也觉得我们能够就是虽然说现在有一个比较不错的一个成绩，但是我们还是会继续保持着非常非常的谦逊的一个态度。虽然说我们在今天是包括3-0击败了一支 LPL 的战队，但是我知道如果我们想要去赢下整个的一个比赛的话，想要走到最后的话，也并不是一条非常容易的道路。因为其实我们在第1轮的话是落败的，那在之后，如果我们想要去夺冠的话，也意味着我们要击败每一个我们接下来要遇见的对手才可以。那但是与此同时，我也知道我们可以完成这样的一件事情，我也知道我们有这样的自信，我们有这样的一个决心和动力，然后来走得更远。所以说我们也会尽我们的所能来打得更好。
Next question, Arsh.
I think a lot of people would say that G2 got a lot of advantages today from their drafts, and I think that's been something G2's been known for more than 5 years now. What do you think makes G2 so much more capable of utilizing different picks in draft and different directions in draft, like different comps and stuff entirely than other teams?
Well, I think mainly like the biggest number one reason of teams not picking off meta stuff is because it is just not the meta. So people are scared that, oh, when I pick this champion and it looks bad, he will definitely get a lot of bad feedback, right? And it's the same for us still. Like we still have this pressure on our backs, and we know that, oh, if you pick this and it's very bad, it's going to look very, very bad. And it's not like we don't have these picks. Like we have it that the picks that are also bad, like in scrims, for example, we love to try out stuff. We love to see what is winning. And a good example is last split, we pulled off the Zac, the Rek'Sai, the Twisted Fate. We were like the very first ones to play it. And the same goes with Ivern. We were always like the first teams to play it. And that is because we have a lot of confidence in our champions. We practice these champions a lot. And we kind of define that meta. That is our meta. That is our identity as a team. And obviously, there's players who rather go to play the same champions that are meta for several different kind of years. For example, as a top laner, a lot of people play Gnar or Renekton as their staple picks. And for me, as a top laner, you wouldn't say like BrokenBlade is someone who plays a lot of Renekton, plays a lot of Gnar. And yeah, I think it's basically our staff and players are just these kind of players, you know. Sometimes you have these type of players who are creative and are able to pull these things off. And I'm very glad that I am in such a team.
Next question, Don Jake.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I was just testing my mic. Hi, Mr. BrokenBlade. Lovely to speak with you. There's been, I mean, I'm sure you're aware in your long career that narratives can shift very quickly. I think a lot of people were sort of contesting the idea that you're incapable of maybe competing with some of the Eastern tops. I think after the last Worlds, that was something that was floating around. You certainly seem to have challenged that this international tournament. I just wanted to ask, was that a misconception the entire time? Do you feel like you've personally stepped up your game? I wondered if you could touch on that a little bit more and also give us a brief update on your Cactus Requise.
Thank you. Brilliant question. Yeah, I think it was fair for most people to state this statement. I believe the reason why people are saying it is because I was the only top laner in Europe that consistently made it to the international tournament, so they had to compare me with me and not with someone else. Definitely this year I have practiced my laning phase a lot. I have mentioned that I have worked with Afari a lot throughout the start of the year. Right now I'm not working with him anymore, but yeah, I've taken a lot of things from him, and the ideas and like creative talks we had, it just made me realize how much more I can do in lane. I feel like my game IQ is very high outside of laning phase, and I think the reason why I could never use it or could never look good in these international tournaments was because I could just never get out of lane, ahead, or even. And that is a fair statement. I feel like this narrative is dead now. But that doesn't mean I should stop working. I feel like I'm just at the beginning of something great. And my cactus is doing very great. Thank you.
Next question from Codigo Esports. Did the loss against T1 influence G2's evolution for the series versus PSG and then now Top Esports?
It definitely impacted it a lot. We feel like we had a lot of, overexcitement going into the series. We were very hyped before going into the series, very hyped in the middle of the series. And we knew that, okay, after the series, and it was very, very close series, we are good, we can play good League of Legends. So we were having talks of like, oh, let's just stay calm, let's have a good game plan, let's talk with each other, and not scream at each other. And I feel like these games are much, much easier to play when there's not a lot of overexcitement. Like there was many moments in the game where I'm like playing Zac and I'm eating forward even though the play is over, and like we're walking up against Ari who's like hiding behind walls when the play is already over a long time ago and stuff like that. And the learning from that was just that if you stay calm and we actually play good, we will just smash a lot of those teams, because I feel like we are just so good as a team, and we have a lot of good understanding of how the game works nowadays compared to last year. I feel like last year we played a lot of strong early game, and then we tried to snowball the game of that. And now I think our game understanding is equal, if not better, than the teams in this tournament.
Next question from Cloud Sidkey. G2 has been leveling up throughout this MSI. How have you guys been improving in such a short amount of time?
Well, again, I think it's not as much about improving. Like, I feel like we came in with a high level in this tournament. Obviously, a lot of people did not anticipate us doing great or good against Eastern teams. There was a lot of narratives about, yeah, G2 is just going to get stumped again. And us in G2, we built rosters to win internationally. And yes, the last years were failures. And this year, I would like to believe it's different. We are aiming every single year. I was on G2. I was aiming to be the best in the world. And we have brought in Duffman. I think Duffman has been a key to understanding how League of Legends is played in a high level. He has brought in a lot of special stuff. He talks about a lot of staples in the game, and the biggest staple, for example, is just minion waves. I feel like we started, it's like such a simple thing, but like minion waves are just there every single game. And last year we didn't talk about them as much, and this year we understand how things work much, much better than last year's. And I'm very grateful for that. I feel like this opportunity we just can't give away. I feel like everyone is really doing very hard to understand everything very well and practice very hard. We didn't take a single day off yet in this tournament, so we're looking to really, really win this one.
All right, we'll take two more questions. Next question from Game K. G2 played excellent today. Do you have any words or thoughts about the T1 versus Team Liquid match tomorrow? And then second part of the question, did G2 use Ivern specifically for Jackie Love? Is it something you prepared beforehand?
Well, not really. I mean, Yike is known to be very good on Ivern. Let me go on the first question though first. I think the T1 against TL series, from my perspective, it's very strongly T1 favored. But it looks like T1 is having some trouble right now, and TL is obviously just kind of came by winning against Fnatic, so they are gonna have high hopes. They're gonna come in confident. And I think if Appa can get into Faker's head by all chatting, maybe there's some stuff going on. I do think there is a chance for NA, but obviously they are the underdogs. I would hope T1 wins because I want to get my rematch against T1. I feel like it would be very sad if he didn't rematch them, and then yeah, I feel like it was sad. But I'm open to playing against TL as well. I feel like they can be dangerous. Obviously, they are not to be underestimated. They beat our bros in Europe, the Fnatic. So yeah, I think it's gonna be interesting. And for the Ivern, I think it was because it was played before in Misfits, maybe. I'm not sure. I get the reference. I saw a tweet earlier. But yeah, I mean, Ivan just looked very strong this game, and Yike was smurfing so hard on the Ivan, and I think we comboed very well with Camille, for example, and Casante, which Ivan kind of won. So was very happy with that pick.
And final question from Pedro Romero. The last time G2 defeated an LPL squad in a best of 5 was that famous 2018 Worlds quarterfinal between G2 and RNG. For you guys to win today against Top Esports, what does that say about the improvement that G2 has undergone with this squad for the past 2 years?
I mean, it's been honestly an amazing journey. I am very grateful. I get to wake up every day to play with those guys. I feel like there's so much passion in one single room with these guys. I wake up very grateful to be able to play with those guys and also share my opinions and stuff. I think, yeah, I mean, winning today means a lot. It is also a proof of our hard work and our efforts to coming back and getting back the skill that we have missed, the gap that was so big to close over the years. And we want to obviously make Europe strong. We want to inspire people. We want to inspire the European players to, you know, do their best, because if we can do it, any other European player can do it. And I hope to lift the MSI trophy so we can inspire a lot of people in Europe and just keep winning year after year.
Inspire the West too, I think, as a whole.
The West as well, yes. Sure.
All right. Thanks, BrokenBlade.
Thank
We're
you.
done today.
Thank you.